when I started the Hindi class, Ma implanted a question in my head. So Joy Gurudev, Joy Ma Shambhu Mahadev to everyone. I want to ask you all this question. But when I'm saying I want to ask you all, this question is not for everyone. This question is only for few special people who have been blessed with self-realization. Do you remember the time before or during when you were blessed with self-realization?
I do, Gurudev, but if you tell me to explain,
You
it's
can't
very...
explain. I understand.
Not the details, no.
Not a detail. But do you remember what was going through? What was different at that time?
Gurudev couldn't understand anything what is happening.
I had no idea what was going on.
Because there was a definite understanding about something that there is nothing, not even me. Even I don't exist. And even God doesn't exist. Correct? And because of that understanding which was arising in you that there is nothing, not even God, not even me, not even nothing. The whole world is just airy-fairy. It's like a dream. It's like an image in the mirror. At that given time, can you say that that was the first level of self-realization?
Till the time you didn't say anything, I didn't realize that that's self-realization.
Was that enough for you to be self-realized, that you don't exist? So you know that there is no self-realization, there is no me. So who is getting self-realization? And that realization happened, that there is no self. That was the realization of the self. This is enough, right? Is this enough? Okay. Jigna ji,
Ji Gurudev.
you love me?
Ji Gurudev.
You trust me?
Ji Gurudev.
I tell you that you don't exist. Do you believe?
Ji Gurudev.
She self-realized? No. So what was something else along with knowing that you don't exist? What did you do correct that Jigna is not doing correct? Or anyone else is not doing correct? That what did you do that made this thought that I don't exist permanent in you? What was it? What was that one extra thing that you did?
Undying faith and undying surrender.
If I don't exist, what does exist? And that answer was part of self-realization.
But is that enough? For how many months, for how many years I was repeating that you don't exist? But you got it when the time of self-realization came. And when you got it, what was different? What was that one extra thing that you had put in? That
Guru.
you put in?
Guru.
Guru. Or love towards Guru, devotion towards Guru.
Mm-hmm.
So if Jigna ji says that she loves me, and when I tell her that, do you believe that you don't exist? And she says that yes, but still she is not self-realized. Does she love me? Does she have undying faith in me?
She says she does, but she doesn't.
This undying faith, which you can call as love, which you can call as devotion, which you can call as belief, which you can call as faith, whatever you want. Different people have different names for it. Of course, there are degrees of it. But do you think that these two things are enough to be self-realized, or you need something else? One is your undying faith, devotion, which you all had in Guru. And second is the wisdom given from Guru and from the scriptures. Of course, you people did not touch any scripture, but there was a knowledge from Guru that everything is an illusion. Was that enough, or you needed something else?
Adish,
Hmm.
nothing works except for the grace of Guru.
Grace of Guru. So, if it is raining, and if you take your bucket in the rain to fill it up, and your bucket is upside down, will it be full? No, right? So you have to make it straight. You have to make it the open side up, then it will fill up. So Guru's grace does come whenever Guru wants to, or whenever you ask for it, or it is continuously flowing. Come on.
It is continuously
And
flowing.
it is continuously flowing, but you are not being able to get it in you because you don't have 100% surrender. So whether it is Ankita, Bhumesh ji, Jigna ji, Suresh ji, Madhuri ji, or 1+ ji, I don't know, Sakshi ji, Sandra ji, Ritu ji, Akriti ji, Vinu ji, Chandrika ji, Vinny ji. What is that they are lacking? Is it Guru's grace? No. Guru is sending equal grace to everyone. The amount that Shambhu Guruji is getting, Sayukta Ma is getting, Sarita ji is getting, everyone is getting the same. Correct? Yes, no. Babita ji is getting, everyone is getting the same. But your vessels are inverted. Why? Because there is no faith. As and as faith increases, you start making it straight. So the most important thing for enlightenment is either knowledge that everything is unreal, including you, or it is devotion. So we will take a vote on this. Now, Sarita ji, what do you think is important out of this two?
Devotion most important would be.
Devotion. If you don't have knowledge, or if you have less knowledge, it is okay. You mean to say that?
Comparatively, devotion Gurudev is more important.
Okay. Okay. And Babita ji?
Devotion is more important.
Devotion. Kulprit ji?
Gurudev, devotion.
Devotion. Radhika ji?
Gurudev, devotion.
Devotion. Sweetie ji?
Yes, Gurudev, devotion.
Devotion.
Devotion. Sayukta Ma?
Gurudev, devotion.
Devotion. And Shambhu Guruji?
Devotion.
Now to you, my extra question is that if devotion is more important, is it all right if you have little less knowledge?
Gurudev, there are times when the knowledge creates bondage.
Very good. So you mean to say that little less knowledge is okay. Now my next question to Shambhu Guruji is, if you have no knowledge at all, only devotion, only 100% devotion is there, and 100% surrender is there, and you have zero knowledge. You are a dumb person like Sandeep Guru. You don't know anything, no knowledge, nothing. You have no relationship with knowledge. Is it enough to make you enlightened?
For a guru, even if the disciple has nothing, it's still possible.
It's possible.
Even if there's no devotion, even if there's no knowledge, even if there's nothing in a disciple, but if Guru's face is there, it can happen.
Now, if I tell you a story, which is not a story, but actually it is a history, that long, long ago, a person, and in his era, he was considered the most knowledgeable person walking on this planet. Okay? And where religion is concerned, where Sanatan Dharma is concerned, it is true that he was one of the most knowledgeable person walking on this planet. Now, because he was knowledgeable and also enlightened, both, it was but obvious that he believed that enlightenment is possible via knowledge. Yes, no, Shambhu Guruji?
Gurudev, I think the biggest problem is the belief system.
Belief system. That you start believing something. The fun part is that he couldn't enlighten even one person in his whole lifetime. Whom he enlightened was zero, no one. So he was wrong in his system, believing that knowledge, if I tell you, you will get enlightenment. But who will tell him? Because whom will he listen to? All the big gurus turned into his disciples. And he was enlightened, one, so he wouldn't listen to anyone. And secondly, he was the best. There was no one better than him in knowledge. So he kept on going from the south to the north of India, to the east to the west of India, and started telling people to read the Vedas, that you will be enlightened after getting the knowledge of Vedas. But he couldn't enlighten even a single person. Why? Because devotion was lacking. When he got enlightened, he had devotion. But after his disciples and all came, when he was trying to enlighten people, devotion wasn't there. That part was missing. Even if there is no knowledge, you people say that devotion is enough to awaken a person. So he was trying very hard and he was very desperate about it, not understanding where is he going wrong. And he desperately wanted to help people. He started writing many hymns, many scriptures. He started writing tika. Tika means explanation of many scriptures like Brahma Sutras and Upanishads. And he started, giving Bhagavad explanation, Bhagavad Gita explanation. But nothing was happening. So he was upset. And he accidentally entered the realm of goddess. And goddess could read his mind. Goddess saw that how restless he is, how much desperate he is to help people to get self-realization. But he is unable to do that. So he was passing through a jungle and it was summer and it was very hot. And his disciples were with him. They were suddenly lost. And he found himself alone in the jungle. and he was sweating and tired and was about to collapse. And he desperately needed water. And suddenly, in between this jungle, he saw a well. Not only a well, he saw a beautifully decorated, beautiful woman who was just probably married, putting her vessel in the well and pulling out water. And he rushed towards that lady and he said, Mother Bhagavati, please be kind enough on me. Please give me some water. Goddess, you are my only refuge, or else I will die of thirst and heat. The lady looked at him very surprised. The lady said, God has given you hands. You are young. This is a well full of water. Get the water for yourself. This guy replied in Sanskrit. And he said, Nirgunoham. I don't have a rope. And the second meaning of Nirguna is that I do the worship of God which is formless. I don't believe in form of God. The lady again looked at him in a very angry mudra, angry expression, and told him that yes, you are the worshipper of formless. Hence, you don't have the form in you. You don't have the rope. The rope is that which connects you. Idol worship is that which connects you to the formless. Shivlingam, yantras, murtis are that which work like a rope, which connect you to the endless, to the formless. And this guy started coming to an understanding that there is something which is not normal over here. She gave him his rope. She said, okay, I'm giving you my rope. Take it. Take my guna. I'm giving you my attributes, my good qualities. You take it. He took it and still he was watching at her face. He said, now what? She said, now what? He said, a patroham. I don't have a vessel to fill up. Patra also means eligibility. Patrata in Sanskrit and Hindi. So he said, a patruham, I don't have a vessel. She said, you are propagating Veda everywhere, and you are telling people that Tantra is bad. Do not follow Tantra. And Tantric people have a vessel with them, Patra. Hence, you don't have a Patra. And because you don't believe in Tantra and because you speak against Tantra, you are a Patra, means non-eligible and not worth. A Patra also means not worth. At that time, this guy got a shock. He said, what she's saying is absolutely correct. I thought that this is just newly married woman, must not be educated, must not be having any knowledge of scriptures of Vedas. And she's telling me these things which, oh my God, I've never dreamt about. She said, okay, I'm giving you my patra. I'm giving you my eligibility. I'm giving you my vessel. Take, come on. Now remove the water. And In the end, he started crying and he said, Ma, Ashakto Tam. Ashakto Ham, I don't have strength in my body to pull the water out. I'm totally weak of this heat and thirst. The lady again looked at him and smiled and said, you don't believe in Shakti. You only believe in Shiva. You only worship Shiva. You worship Vedas, which say that 5 main elements are masculine and the other 25 sub-elements which have been created from 5 elements are all masculine. There is no input of females in this creation as per for Vedas. It is a male-dominant scripture. Hence, you don't have strength to even pull out little water for you. Shame on you. Come, I will do it for you. She put the vessel inside and she pulled back the rope. She gave the vessel full of water to Shankaracharya, and that very moment she vanished. And when she vanished, Shankaracharya came to know that she was no one but goddess herself. And this man was Shankaracharya himself. And then he was full of emotions, which is known as bhavana. And he created this hymn called Bhavastakam. Means, I'm putting my emotions, my devotions in your feet. 8 lines, 8 paragraphs of full of devotion. I'm offering it in your feet. And that is how this Bhavashtakam came into existence. And immediately he composed Bhavastakam as well as one more scripture called Saundarya Lahari. He went to Kamakhya and worshipped goddess in the tantric form. So this is the story how this Bhavyashtakam, which was later known as Bhavani Ashtakam, came into existence.